Hi guys, Dr. Rob Barrington here with some more nutritional advice. I'd like to make some comments today on the natural testosterone boosters that are available as supplements. There are many of these compounds available. Perhaps the most famous is the herb Tribulus terrestris. This herb has a lot of myths surrounding it, how it was used by Bulgarian weightlifters to improve their skeletal muscle mass and improve their strength. But there are lots of other so-called testosterone boosters on the market. Ashwagandha is a herb that comes from Ayurvedic medicine in India, often called Indian ginseng. There is Panax ginseng, which is also claimed to be a testosterone booster. There is the amino acid aspartic acid, which has also been claimed to boost testosterone levels. Garlic, in some studies, has been shown to boost testosterone levels in animals, and therefore there are claims that it can boost testosterone levels in humans. There are many herbs, many supplements that are claimed to boost testosterone levels, and this could be beneficial to men. The amount of skeletal muscle you have within reason is related to how healthy you are. As you get older, declines in skeletal muscle increase the risk of mortality, for example. And for athletes as well, the higher your testosterone levels, the quicker you can recover from your physical activity, and therefore the harder you can train. So athletes are very interested in optimizing their testosterone levels. So are any of these compounds effective? Well, when we have a look at the claims made by the supplement industry, we see that there is always supporting evidence to show they boost testosterone levels. However, when you look at these studies in more detail, you do find problems. Often the amount of testosterone increase is given as a relative amount rather than absolute increase, and this makes the figures look a lot bigger than they actually are. And when you actually look at the increase in testosterone claimed by some of these supplements, they're very small. And the other problem is that these are often not given to healthy male young athletes. They're given to people with diseases, or they're given to people with dysfunctions, and therefore it's not easy to extrapolate the results to those people who are healthy and might benefit from an increase in testosterone levels. Also, many of the studies are done on animals, and even some of them are done in cells and cell culture experiments, and therefore the relevance is really tenuous in terms of whether they would be beneficial to healthy human males. The other problem we have with them is that there's very, very few studies that actually show they produce an increase in skeletal muscle. You can, if you go to the literature, find some evidence that there are some supplements that may improve strength, but the effects are very, very small. There's no real study showing that any of these compounds are anywhere near as effective as taking synthetic testosterone, for example, which is a known way to boost skeletal muscle. So really, the supporting evidence for most of these compounds is weak, and those people who've used them anecdotally, who are brutally honest, I think would agree that most of them are absolutely useless. So if you do want to improve your testosterone levels, if you are an athlete looking to optimize your testosterone levels, what can you do? Well, there's two proven ways that you can improve your testosterone levels. The first way is to lift heavy weights. Heavy weights cause release of testosterone. The testosterone is there to counteract the effects of the damage to the skeletal muscle you cause when you're lifting the weights, and that testosterone is involved in regulating the cells of the skeletal muscle to cause them to strengthen themselves through hypertrophy. So testosterone is released as a result of lifting heavy weights. That's the first thing you need to do if you want to boost your testosterone levels. The second thing you need to do is make sure you have a good diet. Now, what do we mean by a good diet? Well, with respect to testosterone levels, you need to have fat in the diet. Higher fat diets seem to cause a release of testosterone. So we're talking about eating animal protein. If you eat red meat, which contains animal fats, the literature quite clearly shows that compared with other types of diet, these diets do increase testosterone levels, and they're particularly effective if you're also lifting heavy weights. Now, if you're eating animal protein, the other benefit is that your nitrogen balance will become positive. Having a positive nitrogen balance is really essential for building skeletal muscle. It's not so important to have extra calories. You can't really be in negative calorie balance in order if you want to build muscle, but there is evidence that if you're in a neutral calorie balance, you can still build muscle. However, you do need a positive nitrogen balance. So eating high amounts of animal protein is actually very important, because it provides you with the fat that seems to boost testosterone levels, and it will also provide you with a positive nitrogen balance, which is what you need if you want to build skeletal muscle. So my advice, my take-home message from this is that if you're looking to build skeletal muscle, if you're looking to improve your body composition, if you're an athlete that wants to optimize your testosterone levels, I would suggest that you forget the gimmicks that are in sale on the market claiming to boost testosterone. Save your money, spend it on high quality foods, organic foods, grass-fed beef, for example. Try and avoid any pesticides in your foods. Spend that money on high quality foods. Eat a high fat diet. Eat lots of protein to produce a positive nitrogen balance. And I would suggest that you go and lift heavy weights. The best lifts that you can do to boost your testosterone levels are the deadlift, the squat, and the bench press. Even if you're not an athlete that is concerned with lifting heavy weights, endurance athletes can benefit from these types of lifts as well, because they boost your testosterone, which means that they improve your recovery ability and they improve your strength. And athletes, whatever your endeavor, can benefit from improvements in strength. So I would suggest that you lift heavy weights, you eat a higher fat diet, you get enough protein, and of course, on top of this, if you're training hard, you need to lower your cortisol levels, which means that you need adequate rest, you need adequate sleep. If you're not getting enough sleep and you're stressed, it's very, very difficult to build skeletal muscle. Now, exercise is a form of stress. So therefore, what I would suggest is that you don't overtrain. Overtraining is one of the best ways to lower your testosterone levels and raise your cortisol levels. You need to find a balance for yourself based on your genetics and your nutrition at the time, and how much sleep you can get, in order to be able to make a sensible training program that allows you to train without overtraining. Make sure you get enough sleep. And try and keep your cortisol levels as low as possible. And if you follow that plan, you should find that you can build skeletal muscle, and you should find that you get a boost of testosterone that is far in excess of anything you will get from the supplements that you'll find on the market that claim to be able to boost testosterone.